Okay, so today is Wednesday, August 22nd, 2018. I'm doing a video walk around of the cabin at Pelican Lake, the Noah cabin, and I'm doing this for a purpose of redoing the logs, showing the wear, showing the damage from hail, other such things. I'm starting at the northwest corner and get a little bit better perspective as I move around a bit. Trying to show everything here that I can. Well, some of it is just natural weathering from being exposed to the southern skies. These pine logs were put in 2005. It's 2018, so they've had 13 years of shrinkage. So you see some of the chinking is not really holding. And also some of the caulking along the windows between the wood and the window frame is gone. And just some tar substance is oozing from the bottom of that seal. And again, the lower part of this seal between the window and the log is, or the window frame and the log is gone. And the other part of it just looks horrible. The part that's out of the sun looks pretty good along the top of the frame. So as I pan around here, you can see the log rail and the wire restraints there. See our lovely view of the lake, tire swing, hammock, neighbor. Seemed like we would want to have a darker stain to protect against the sun. Obviously right there you can see where the logs are shrunk and the chinking, caulking, whatever, has given out. No longer has that seal. Now there's no gutters on the house, so the rain does just pour off the roof. And there is a composite deck here, so it just splatters back up at times. See along the bottom of the windows that caulking and seal is given out. Now here, I'm going to try to move around to the side, so sorry for the extreme close-ups. But you can even see where the logs, where they met right there. Here there's a pretty significant gap where moisture and other things can seep in. And the stain and whatever else was on there kind of given out. The roof. Now here the biggest problem here on these tails is, you know, here we just absolutely soaked this tail with sealing, and it's still, for the most part, rotted. You know, it's coming apart pretty easily here. And the moisture just gathers on places like that, whether it's snow or water, and just creates havoc. It's a beautiful log. The look was great to start with. And I'm sure it can be restored to something really nice. You can see here how the different colors where the stain and the seal has just worn out. Other parts we can see where the log is just still, the sap is coming off the log. There's a spot there. There's plenty of spots like that. You can see some here. Looks like it's bleeding. This is really bad. A good part of that is movable. Okay. Here, I don't know if there's any seal around that window at this point. Up there. Look at the gaps in the chinking right there. The next log up, you can see it's on other ones up there as well. Again, more bleeding. Okay. Again, the logs have just shrunk. So here the stain and the seal is not so bad. Obviously a lot browner up here. And the nice color is still down here. Hope that comes out in the video. And of course the rails and the balusters have all got significant just wear and tear. And the seal just does not stay on there when you've got moisture, where you've got towels and swimming suits hung over it. You can see just how weathered it is here. Okay. Here's our roof of our garage, which is very old. Our garage which was painted not too long ago. So I'm coming off the porch, off the north side, and beautiful flagstone steps set in the grass, and flagstone stairs. Now the north side of the cabin is gorgeous for the most part. I don't know how that shows up on the video, but the original stain, the seal, all looks very intact. The steps obviously have some wear if you take a look at the top of the steps, but that's, I guess, what you get when people are walking on it. So here you can see how the rails and the balusters just look, for the most part, really good. North side, not getting much in terms of sun. Getting a lot of wind from the Alberta clippers and such. So really, really nice. Okay. Logs have not shrunk much. The chinking is all pretty good. There's some breaking of the seals around the windows, but nothing like the other sides of the house. I think the problem with some of those seals is it just wasn't a good seal. That is a good product seal. Okay, as we make our way here on the northwest side of the house, my wife's beautiful plants here. Isn't that gorgeous? Now our fake rock wall along the basement and foundation has given way, but that pre-stressed wall, concrete wall, is absolutely waterproof. So we just need to replace the fake rock. As you can see here, there isn't a whole lot of damage on those tails of the logs. More so on the ones that are facing directly west. Now things look deceptively good on this side. I say deceptive in the sense that we don't see as much shrinkage from the logs for some reason. I see some up there. But if you were to look through the entirety of the logs on this side, not too bad. There are some really bad spots though. And actually the worst spot on the house is right along This wall too I'll show it to you in a second, but you can definitely see some separation from where the logs have shrunk and the seal is, the caulking is bad. But right behind this bush here lies the biggest sin. Right there. Where you can probably see a huge loss of wood. I mean, the wood is gone. And here I go from wood to, okay, I don't know what that's called, but it's fiberboard insulation. Look at how that's just rotting right in there. It's rotted out. I could just peel that stuff off. Okay. So horrible shape in that one spot. Some problems there as well. So now we're getting around to the deck. I'm now at the southwest corner. You can see the roof. Okay, I might lose you here for a little bit as I walk around to the south side of the house. Anyway, here's a nice view of the lake. God's handiwork. So here we are. From a distance, it really just looks stunning. It's a beautiful log cabin with just what looks like to be some minor wear if you look at it, but up close is where the problem is. Some real problems. Now I believe those supports, those beams, or poles for the deck. I mean, that's just a lot of wood there. I think that's treated lumber, and so that's doing well. That was stained, and that's held up very well. Generally speaking, these poles here that separate, that are on the corners, look pretty darn good. Some problems at the bottom though. Obviously where the wood gets close to the dirt, the earth. Okay. You can see the construction of the deck. Looks like 2x10s or 2x12s there. And of course we're not the only one that calls this cabin our home. Little bird's nest right there. Neighbor's cabin, the lake, and now here we are at the cabin again. And our garage. And that will be it. Signing off.